see, I take my paintings from subjects such as Christmas greetings, which I painted this from, or newspaper advertisements, as that little girl is from. I just actually this was an ad in the paper, and I paint postcards or cards to send to people from pictures in newspapers or wherever. This is the first painting I ever did, oils, and it was in a one-day workshop. This one is a New England scene that I admired in a book, and I still love it. I painted this clock, made this clock by painting on a saw blade. This was one of Bill's favorite, because when David was little, his first sentence was, "Look at the birds." And so Bill said, "Don't ever sell that painting, because that reminds me of David looking and saying, 'Look at the birds.'" That's my self-portrait there, and even though it doesn't look like me, that's what I think I look like. And I painted this one of Bill, and he loved it, and he said, "I want that at my memorial service. I want that displayed." And so we did. This is Lynn. When he was 2 years old, I painted it. This is in watercolor, and I painted it from a photo of him. All right. Oh, here's one that was printed in the newspaper of people flying their kites out at Lake Murray, and it had Bill in the foreground, so I just had to paint it. This was painted from one of my trips to Norway. We were on the train going up to Flume and saw that beautiful waterfall. This one, even though the horses were mules, and Ron and I both had dark hair, and Daddy was much taller than that. But it reminded me of how Daddy would sometimes let us plow when he was plowing the fields in the spring, breaking the ground. This one was painted in a workshop, and we were limited as to time, and it turned out to be one of my better paintings, I think. It was done with acrylics. Reminded me of houses on the mountains where I grew up, and nothing fancy about them, but always chickens in the yard. This is the house my daddy built when I was 14, and we moved into the new house, and I lived there until I was 18, had a room of my own for the first time, and my parents lived there until they passed away. So that's the old home place.